So the cool thing in my question is lining up with that, is that so my money grid has less feeling of like breathing. So what I've been experiencing those last few weeks is lots of really wealthy people who have really cool grids that are relaxed and effortless, and money is really like breathing for them. And I've been actually making grids about what I think they may be feeling and asking them questions about. What does it feel like to have unlimited financial abundance? Like, how does that make you feel? And I've been playing with that with my grid because I feel so close.
So let's do a grid. Let's do a really general grid on that. So give us the emotional words that feel to you like they are at the basis of that. In other words, just the fact that we've chosen a subject makes it more specific than it was a minute ago. But it's all right to be specifically general. In other words, stay on the topic of financial well-being and be as general or as emotionally stable as you can. So just offer, what's the word that resonates in the easiest way relative to that subject?
Automatic. Knowing. And I'm using what I heard from them. It's like just a certainty.
We don't. It's all right because if you've already talked to them about it and what they said made sense. But we're asking you from your gut feeling, what does that kind of financial freedom, and we're not trying to get you to use the word freedom because it usually backfires a little bit. But what's the feeling? Would you call it
comfortable?
So it's ease. It's a feeling of ease. Mm-hmm. Now, so just rest with that for a little bit. That feeling of ease. That feeling of ease. Financial ease. Ease. And stay there long enough that you've moved through the idea of paying off all the bills. And in other words, it's ease more than just taking the pressure off. It's ease. It's ease. Now feel the grid begin to fill in. It's ease meaning choices.
Choices,
it's choices fun. Meaning fun. It's ease meaning choices exciting. And meaning fun. It's exciting to flow in those ways. Now that's enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ease and choices and fun. Oh my. It feels really good, doesn't it? Just the ease of choices and fun. So you don't have to go further than that. Just stay there and let that resonate within you. Let it germinate within you. Let it become more. It already is. So then as you stay there in those thought patterns, vibrational output of fun and ease and choices and excitement, now other thoughts are going to fill in. Things like
shopping trips,
travel, rendezvousing, world destinations, beautiful places, lovely things to see.
Using my favorite dry cleaner, even.
That's pretty specific. That's pretty specific. But so now the your dry cleaner flowing into your mind, perfection, caring, expertise. Lovely treatment. In other words, it can be as specific as you want to make it be. Are you feeling any discord happening?
No.
So then just let it keep filling in. Yes. What else?
I love that I can all of my favorite shops in my town I can patron, and they love me coming in. And I love traveling. I love the idea of tasting really fabulous food from cool chefs.
All right, so now all of this is good and none of it's far off, but can you feel how in the specifics of that it doesn't feel quite as good as it did when you were just using the very general words of ease and fun? You could even put the word free in now, but just keep going back to that feeling of ease. You use the word comfort. It's so comfortable to be able to make decisions apart from any financial stress. Now we're making it a little more specific and sort of working some of the kinks out of it, but just it's the ease. It's really the ease that you're talking about. It's the feeling of ease. And it's also the feeling of abundance is the feeling of well-being. It's the feeling of good attracting. It's the feeling of good creation. It's the feeling of worthiness. It's the feeling of being in the right place. It's the feeling of being blessed. It's the feeling of being fortunate. It's the feeling of being in the right place at the right time. It's not just my point of attraction. We're speaking from you. My point of attraction isn't just about money flowing. It's about ideas flowing and people flowing. And when people and ideas and money flow together, it's so exhilarating to be able to merge all of those things together of people and places and ideas and the means to accomplish it. It's ease. It's fun. It's full. It's who I am. I have the leverage of the universe supporting me. The energy that creates worlds is flowing to me and through me. I feel invincible and complete and sure and eager. I feel eager about, you see how it gets going? Before you know it, you're just on top of the world, and and the financial experience in this moment is irrelevant to this equation, because your point of attraction has been enhanced and you are rich with a vibrational offering that just brings this and this and this and this and this. And besides, the reason that you want any of that anyway is for the feeling of it. And once you accomplish the feeling of it, now you're there where the details have to fill in. It is law. It must happen. It has to happen. It can't not happen. Once you achieve that grid, everyone that you know, no matter how they got there, has that going on. If they're in, and do you know anyone who is finding financial balance but doesn't have the other balance? Of course you do. In other words, the more you work on these grids and the more they line up, then the more you'll feel good in all moments regarding all things. And just one idea at a time. Yes.
And it's actually why I know that that the financial grid is becoming more like the others that are easy, because I know that experience. Once you actually know it, it's like a base, like a foundation, like you said.
But what we're saying, and you're giving us the perfect opportunity to say it, and we've said those same things, but now in this, having come forward into this clear understanding about all of this, it's better for you to leave it simply at the good feeling that it is than to compare the good feeling that you've got with the one that you're still working on. Because just pointing out that that's a place that you're still working on slows it down. And that's why we say keep going back to the general that works, back to the general that works, and then when it fills in naturally, do it. But you could feel when you started pushing it.
Yes.
You could feel when you started using words and imagery to change the vibration rather than using the vibration to attract the words and imagery. Are you starting to sort of get a sense of this? Because it works both ways. It's wonderful to look into the world and to sift and sort and fixate on things that feel good. It's a wonderful thing. But haven't you noticed that law of attraction is bringing you the evidence that is somewhere where your grid is? So for us to say, think good thoughts, look out into the buffet and find the thoughts that feel the best and fixate on those is giving you a harder way of going about it than saying find a central place that feels good, get it activated, and let it do the work. Let it bring the basket of variety. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
There are plenty of lovely things. You could sit in a world and you could look at sickness, or you could look at wellness. You could look at poverty, or you could look at prosperity. You could look at things you like to eat or things that you don't like to eat. There are choices around you all the time. And most of you are just observing like crazy because it's such an easy world to observe in, and then trying to sort things out from the standpoint of what you're observing, which is causing a little chaos in your experience. Where if you would start beneath all of that, at the emotions that you want to feel, and just try a little bit for a day or two to generate those emotions, and then watch the universe and law of attraction bring a smaller subset of stuff to choose from that's all in the vicinity of what you're looking for. And then as you observe that, along with caring about how you feel, then law of attraction and the universe will bring still a more refined subset of things. Are you following? So it's all out there. You do the grid work. A smaller group comes to you and makes itself more obvious. You observe it a bit and do more grid work, a smaller group of even more refined. So it gets better and better and more specific to the things that are important to you. And as it's flowing in, you just you start giggling with anticipation and excitement and feelings of pride and confidence and success. You begin feeling blessed and worthy, as it seems like the universe is just working overtime to put in your direction the specific things that you're wanting, right to the point of walking through the grocery store without something that you've been wanting on your list and finding yourself standing right in front of it, looking at it for no good reason. You don't know how you got there. You didn't even know where it was in the store. You just know you wanted it and it wasn't on your list. Things like that, all day, every day. Because your vortex is clear and the source within you knows everything. The source within you knows everything you want and where everything you want is. The source within you knows everything you want and where everything you want is, and your proximity to where it is. The source within you knows everything you want and where everything you want is, and your proximity between where you are and everything you want, and the path of least resistance to get you to it. And when you do the grid work, the path lights up. And when you don't, you work way hard and get way less. That was good.
That was good.